Hi, and welcome to the Stuff You Should Think About. I'm your host, G, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the sixth sense. When people talk about a sixth sense, they often imagine something mystical, a hidden power, a whisper from behind the five familiar senses of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. But to understand what a sixth sense really is, we have to zoom out, widen the frame, and look at the human body not as a simple biological machine, but as a sophisticated sensor array evolved over millions of years to navigate a complex and unpredictable world. Let's start with the simple truth. Human bodies have a sixth sense. In fact, we have several. They're just not wrapped in the language of magic. They're wrapped in the language of biology. Take proprioception, for example, the sense of knowing where your body is in space. Close your eyes and touch your nose. You don't miss. You don't hesitate. You don't need to see your hand to know where it is. That's proprioception. It's a constant stream of data from sensors in your muscles, tendons, and joints telling your brain exactly how your body is positioned. Without it, even standing upright would feel like trying to balance on a tightrope in the dark. Then there's equilibrioception, your sense of balance. Deep inside your inner ear are tiny fluid filled canals that detect rotation, acceleration, and orientation relative to your gravity. They're like built in gyroscopes. When you spin around and feel dizzy, that's your balance system trying to recalibrate. Without it, every step would feel like walking on a ship in a storm. And we're not done. Humans also have nociception, the sense of pain, thermoception, the sense of temperature, and interoception, the sense of your internal state. That's the one that tells you you're hungry, thirsty, anxious, or calm. It's the quiet narrator in the background of your consciousness constantly reporting on the condition of your internal universe. So when people ask about a sixth sense, the first thing we have to do is zoom out and recognize that the five classical senses are just the beginning. The human body is a symphony of sensory systems, each one feeding the brain with information that shapes our experience of reality. But let's zoom out even further because the phrase sixth sense often refers to something else entirely, something more mysterious, a feeling, an intuition, a sudden awareness that seems to come from nowhere. And here's where things get interesting. Intuition is not magic, it's pattern recognition. Your brain is a prediction engine, the most advanced one we saw in the universe. It's constantly analyzing data, comparing it to past experiences, and generating expectations about what might happen next. Most of this happens below the level of conscious awareness. So when you get a gut feeling, it's not a supernatural message. It's your brain noticing a pattern before you do. Think of it like a chess grandmaster who can glance at a board and instantly sense danger. They're not psychic. They've just seen thousands of patterns before, and their brain recognizes them faster than conscious thought can keep up. Intuition is the brain's fast track system, a shortcut built from experience. But there's another layer to this story, a cosmic layer, because the senses we have and the ones we lack are shaped by evolution. We perceive only a tiny silver sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum. Bees see ultraviolet. Snakes detect infrared. Birds sense Earth's magnetic field. Shark detects electrical signals. The universe is full of information we simply don't have the hardware to detect. So when people talk about a sixth sense, part of why they're expressing is a deep ancient intuition that the world contains more than we can perceive. And they're right. The cosmos is overflowing with signals we'll never feel, never hear, never see, unless we build instruments to extend our senses. Telescopes, microscopes, particle detectors. These are humanity's artificial sixth senses, expanding our perception far beyond what biology alone allows. And maybe that's the most profound part of the story. The sixth sense isn't a single ability, it's a reminder that our perception of reality is limited, filtered, and incomplete. The universe is not obligated to reveal itself to us. We have to reach for it. We have to build tools, ask questions, and push the boundaries of what we can detect. So, what is a sixth sense? It's the proprioception, it's the intuition, the introception. It's the brain's ability to read patterns, predict outcomes, and sense the world in ways we rarely stop to appreciate. And it's also the human drive to extend our senses outward, to build instruments that let us see the invisible, hear the inaudible, and measure the immeasurable. In the end, the sixth sense isn't a mystery, it's a celebration of the extraordinary sensory machine we already possess. And the even more extraordinary curiosity that pushes us to explore the parts of the universe our biology alone could never reach.